I making a terrible mistake? Possibly. Do I have a thing for shouting in the void of every social media platform? Probably. Do I love building bookish community with authors and readers alike? Yes. Will I ever learn how to do that, like, subscribe and click sound and all of those things? I have no idea, but I'm gonna try. Can I guarantee to make some of the most relatably chaotic writing content on YouTube? Yes, definitely. Let's go. Hi, I'm A.K. Mulford. I am a full-time best-selling author and queer neurodivergent chaos gremlin living in Australia, and here are some rapid-fire facts to get to know me. I write fantasy, romance, and romantic comedies, and I've written 12 novels and 13 novellas over the last 4 years. Gosh, I can't keep up with the novellas. I've written a lot of novellas. I am a 7-figure hybrid author, meaning I traditionally publish with HarperCollins 2 of my fantasy series, and I also self-publish my romantic comedies. I am a US and New Zealand citizen, and I now live in sunny Australia with my partner, my 2 kids, my very sweet elderly dog Ziggy, and 2 very ridiculous fluffy ragdoll cats. So why am I starting a YouTube channel? Well, there are 3 reasons. I think a lot of people think authors just kind of go away into a writing cave and then like poof, a book happens. And as I did my end of 2024 wrap up last year, I realized I didn't have a lot of documentation of the writing process of all of these books. In fact, I couldn't even remember a lot of the amazing things that had happened. I don't know about you, but I really appreciate when people are making content that is authentically like muddling their way through things. For me, I really don't have like a cool aesthetic bone in my body, but I love building community with people and I love sharing about my journey. I wanted to make content that was like the real stuff, you know, the like what it actually is to be an author. I think it'd be really cool to document more of the journey from first idea all the way through the publication process to the marketing of the book out in the world. If you want to see more behind the scenes stuff of what it's like to be an author, let me know. So I'd really love to take you behind the scenes, show you how these stories are made, and kind of get real about what being a full-time author actually looks like. The second reason is I see a lot of people on YouTube giving writing advice, but I don't see a lot of people documenting what it's like to actually live as a full-time author, especially not as like a chaotic neurodivergent author, which I feel like a lot of us are. I'd also really like to give some writing advice because I've learned a lot in the last 5 years. My biggest passions is helping authors and aspiring authors and people who just one day dream of writing a book. And so I would love to have a place that people can come back to have a more thorough and in-depth explanation to these really niche things. I do post a lot on TikTok, but that is such short form content. We really can't get in depth about all of these things. And I would love to have a place where people can come and get writing advice and also just have a buddy to write with them and go on the journey together. And the third reason is I'm always looking for more places to connect with people. When I first started writing my first book, The High Mountain Court, I had no one to tell. I literally told like my partner and one friend, and they both looked at me like, okay, wait, they're fae, but they're hot, and it's romance, but it's like Lord of the Rings, and they couldn't conceptualize what I was talking about, and I really had no one to share it with until I got online and got on socials. Nobody in my local town wanted to talk about reading or the process of writing, and so for me it was finding online community where I was like, here are my people. And so book people are my people, and I want to find more places to connect with them and also having more longer form content for them. Is it going to be all over the place? Probably. But it's going to be really fun, and I would love for you to come along the journey with me. So who is my content going to be for? It's going to be for bookish people, it's going to be for authors, both aspiring authors and current authors who are looking to elevate their game. It is for nerdy people, chaotic people, neurodivergent people, fantasy lovers, queer people. If that's kind of your vibe, then this is going to be a good home on the internet for you. All right, time for a cool outro video. I promise these videos will get better as I go, but thanks for coming with me.